be taking on Derrick Whitley next Saturday night, February 6th at the 2300 in Philadelphia as part of a big night of boxing, RDR Promotions, and live on Fight.tv. Mark, what's happening tonight?
Nothing, man. Just chilling. I just left the gym. Just resting. I gotta go back to the gym in the morning, so I ain't doing. I just left the gym. Just I finished sparring.
So we're about 8 days away.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts leading into this? Where the fight's coming up on us very soon.
Yep, it's coming fast. I feel like it's exciting, man. I'm just ready to go in there and show and do what I'm supposed to do, what people expect of me. So get the job done and move on to the next one.
You just fought in November. That was obviously the first fight in Philadelphia back after the pandemic and so forth. And
Yep.
obviously, it was good to get your feet wet kind of after everyone was shut down for a while.
Yeah, yes. Right after that layoff, I had a little ring rest. I felt it in the ring. It was good to get my feet wet though. That's why I've been staying in the gym, staying active, and just so I can put on a better performance this fight. Cause the fight's only gonna get harder and more gonna be more at stake for me as I keep fighting.
Well, you fought a very awkward guy. Everyone knows Vincent Floyd around here in Philadelphia. He always comes to fight tall, gangly, little awkward. It was a tough style matchup for you in the sense that he is an awkward fighter.
A little bit, not too much. I guess because the way you look at it, he do got an awkward stance, but it didn't bother me. I feel like the only thing that bothered me with him was I don't know if nobody noticed or not, but he came in at 168 pounds.
Yeah, he was over the weight, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, he didn't make the weight, so I came in at 53, 52, and he came in at 68. So I felt the weight when we kept clashing. That's why I kept boxing him instead of trying to sit there and bang with him.
Obviously he was a Philadelphia fighter. Was that the first Philly guy you fought as a pro?
Yeah, that was.
So what's that? I mean, what was that all about in terms of that whole scenario? I know a lot of Philly guys don't want to fight Philly guys. I
Right.
guess you don't subscribe to that theory. You'll just fight whoever they put in front of you, right?
Yeah, I fight whoever they put in front of me, but I'm not picking and choosing nobody. But if they line them up, we can fight anybody. I mean, I don't I do I believe you fight who you fight. I mean, if it's match get made, make it.
So
No calling
now
out. No.
now we're going up to Springfield, Massachusetts to get your next opponent, Derrick Whitley Jr. Is a nice little record,
Right.
6-1 and 1. Have you looked at him? What are your thoughts on him?
I seen him. I feel like it's a good fight for me. I feel like it's a good fight on paper, and it makes sense to me. It's time. I mean, his record, his pedigree, his time, his age. I mean, I feel like it's perfect for me. It's perfect timing for me.
Is this the fight? Because you were a very solid amateur fighter. Is this the fight that's kind of will put you on the map? Maybe on the prospect list
I
after
feel
people
I
after
feel
people.
like to a certain degree, I feel like it is because I've been getting a couple phone calls about it. People been getting give me a couple phone calls about this fight. They like, damn, Mark, this the one like they want to see. I'm like, yeah, it's real. I mean, it ain't nothing new to me. I've been doing this my whole life, so ain't nothing new to me. They all the same, man. You just gotta get ready like a regular day in the gym and perform.
You're still a young fighter. Obviously, only 8 fights in, and
Right.
yeah, I mean, you're still learning every day on the job, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm still learning to this day. I'm just getting more mature and getting my man strength and taking the maturity in each fight. Just don't know what to do and just get exactly growing, just growing day by day with it.
So you're saying obviously you got 3 knockouts in your 8 fights. You think the knockouts now will start to come a little bit more?
Yeah, I can see it. I can feel like because I feel like these guys gonna get a little bit more aggressive and they're gonna come right into it, and I can set it up. I can set it up. I feel like it will be. I feel like I'm gonna get a knockout this fight. I'm predicting about the fifth round.
Is that something you shoot for, or is it just you think
No,
I mean, you're predicting you're gonna be thinking about that coming into the
no,
fight?
I'm just predicting it. I don't never look for a knockout in the fight. If it's up to me, I'll box all night. I get the knockout if it comes, but when you look for it, I feel like that's when you don't get it. You just gotta set it up, and if it comes, you gotta jump on it.
You just been in your head. I got to ask you this. You're a Philly guy. What are you doing wearing a Dodgers
Man, Dodgers. I like
hat?
the Dodgers.
All right, I'm just asking. Just asking.
I like the Dodgers.
So you're fighting right back at the 2300 arena. How do you like fighting at home? Obviously, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have a few less of your fans in there because there won't be as many people in there as there normally will be.
Right.
Is that make a difference to you? I mean, I'm sure you like fighting from as many people, as many familiar faces as possible.
Yeah, I don't really worry about that stuff. I just stay focused on the fight. I don't really care who come, who don't. I mean, I do enjoy my family and friends being there, rooting me on, and I mean, I got the home team advantage. I'm getting phone calls. They saying he coming for me, and I'm like, man, I'm in shape, so get it rocking.
Last Saturday night, we saw Stephen Fulton win a world title. I'm sure he's a fellow you've known a long time. All
Definitely.
the fighters, there's a lot of great camaraderie among the fighters here in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that, does that inspire you a little bit more to see one of your guys, lift the belt after?
Yeah, definitely. I grew up with Scooter. He used to hang around my grandma's way, so I used to hang out with him when I was younger. So it definitely motivated me. I feel like if it didn't motivate you, maybe you don't need to box, because it definitely motivated me a lot. Like it's real. Like before you know it, you fight the guy. I feel like you take the certain the right fights, and you perform well and you win, you can get to the belt faster.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like as you see, my opponent's gonna get better and better as far as the record and just they styles. Period, gonna get better. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to elevate to get to their level. I ain't gonna be able to do it to keep fighting people with this journeyman or somebody that's supposed to somebody with less wins.
You're managed by probably the top management group in the game. David McWhorter, split team management. Last week, David won the manager of the year. Teofimo won fighter of the year. Again, almost like the last question, you see you're with the group that's, one of the top, if not the top in the business. How much, when you see them get those awards and, you're with them, I mean, how much does that, again, motivate or, you say?
It's motivating. It's good to have people, being successful around you because that means you next up. So I'm happy for him.
If everything starts getting back to normal around the world and boxing stuff, how many times would you like to fight this year?
I'm looking to fight about 6 times this year. I'm looking to fight every month. I already got a date set up for March 6th after I get finished this. So I'm coming right back. I was supposed to fight in December due to Corona. They slowed it up. I'm looking to fight damn near every month to push it.
So you feel with 6 fights that might take you to 13 wins. You
Right.
feel if everything plays out the way you believe it's gonna,
Right.
there's even bigger fights on Showtime and other networks. You feel
Right.
that's where you want to be by the end of the year.
No, definitely. I feel like that's the only thing I'm missing. I got just to fight the right opponents. And now they're going Showtime because people know me from winning a lot of amateurs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, Mark, you gotta go to the next level now. You know what I'm saying? Like people in Philly, I feel like I got a little name in Philly, but now it's like they ready for the TV because there's a lot of guys from Philly and a lot of boxers coming up and coming on TV. So now that's the only thing I'm missing to get on TV and fight the right fights, the right pedigree of fighters.
We got a lot of people. We got people watching from all over the place. Let's talk a little bit about yourself. Well, when did you start boxing? What made you start boxing?
Now, I started boxing about 2008. I had a couple family members that box, amateur and pro. One of my best friends started boxing, so that's why I just started boxing. It was in my blood. I was fighting. I used to always fight when I was younger too in the street, so it was normal for me.
Okay, so then and your amateur that led to you mentioned. I know you had a solid amateur career. Did talk about that?
Right. Yeah. I had won numerous national titles. I won the Junior Golden Glove national titles in Vegas. I won the USA Under-19 United States Championships. I won the Silver Glove national championships. Numerous championships. And that I'm noticing, it's like 2 to 3 guys that I'm seeing on TV that I beat in the amateur more than once.
That was actually my next question. Who were some of your amateur rivals that we may have heard of?
Yeah, like Forrest, this is recent too. Who just fought? You ever heard of Marquand?
Marquand Williams won the main event on Showbox.
He just fought
last week.
I beat him about 2-3 times in the amateurs. So I'm seeing him go up. Then I beat Richard Hitchens to sign with Floyd. I seen him fighting on TV. I'm like, damn, like I gotta get my time on TV.
So you feel because of that, you know, even though your record only says 701, that you might be closer to getting to that next level because of your amateur success?
Yeah, it's there. Because I like I don't know if you the question you asked is this fight gonna be like that fight that for people to be like, oh, it's real, or that's I do feel like that. I feel like after this fight, maybe, or it should be like people be like, oh, this shit real. So like, yeah, it's real.
So, very enlightening. We look forward to this fight next Saturday night, February 6th, live on Fight.tv. You take on Derrick Whitley Jr. Great co-feature bout. The main event, undefeated featherweights Donald Smith and William Foster III, 12-0. I think it's 11-0 against 10-0. So it's a great card. Everyone should watch on Fight.tv. The stars of tomorrow, one of them, Mark Dawson. Mark, anything you want to say to the fans out there before we see you next Saturday night live on Fight.tv?
I want to tell y'all to keep watching me, supporting me, and buy in on Fight Night TV on February 6th.
Fight.tv.
Fight.tv.
We got it up on the screen.
What is $9.99? $10?
Yeah, $10. I mean, exactly. $10. I mean, pay-per-views now. In fact, I think there's a pay-per-view going on tonight with two heavyweights. $20. There's only 3 fights, 6 big fights, and now I'm not saying what it is because I want them to stay here and watch the interview.
So Rock and them fight tonight too.
That's tomorrow. Domani Rock against Michael Coffey live on Fox. That's a great night. I hope everyone watches that. Michael Coffey, Isaiah Selden,
Arbiton.
In fact, he'll be making his pro debut at 6 o'clock on FS1. So get ready to watch that. Mark, what do you want to tell the fans out there? You know, who are all watching?
Follow me on Instagram, Mark Dawson Jr. Follow me on Twitter at MD_103.
Now, what's that stand for?
What, MD?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, MD. Okay, MD.
Mark Dawson.
Okay, and what's the 103?
That's just like 100. You know, like the 100 sign. Like I'm 100.
Okay, all right. I mean, I don't know. I'm 40. I'm almost 48. I'm old. I don't know.
I thought you were like 30.
Yeah, well, thank you. Man. Thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone said to me in about a week. So anyway, well, we share a good name. I mean, I'm MARC, you're MARK. So.
It's similar though. You gonna be at the fight, right?
I'll be broadcasting the fight.
Oh yeah.
So you better be nice to me because I got the microphone. I can, you know, that's what all the fighters who want to make fun of me. I'm like, well, I got something harder than your punch. I got the microphone. So
right. Control the ears.
There you go, Mark. We thank you for a few minutes of your time. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday night, and we'll see you then.
See you.